What's up, guys? Welcome to Mighty Champions. My name is John Sargent, and today we are busting into Marvel Legends Captain America Sam Wilson with the help of the Mighty Professor of Science of Champions. You guys can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Mighty Champions. I'm on X at SergeantJohn13. While you're here, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other Marvel Legends. We also review wrestling figures. We go on toy hunts. We do rankings. It's all about the action figures over here. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave me a comment. Are you stoked about this Captain America? What are you looking to buy? All right, let's dive into it. First things first is this beautiful box with this awesome comic book picture of Sam Wilson as Captain America. And it says, Sam Wilson takes the mantle of Captain America to new heights, combining the iconic shield with his signature wings versus threats near and abroad. Very, very good looking package. You've got the comic book portrait on the back there. Looks awesome inside of this window. Got his version of the Captain America shield up top. On the bottom, you got your legal stuff. Do not swallow any of these parts. Another portrait on that side. Let's crack them open. Now we've got Captain Wilson out of the box. Let's take a look at his accessories. So the first thing I noticed was this. I can't remember this thing's name. It has a name. It's like his drone. It's his like AI helper drone thing, and it's also where his wings are stored. So the wings will just clip onto this, and so you can have basically it kind of has a wings in and a wings out look, and it acts as a secondary accessory. So it's got multiple uses. I think it looks pretty cool. The silver and blue looks really good together. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. I'm not very familiar with the comic book version of Captain America Sam Wilson, so this is kind of the first time for me, but I think it looks cool. You've got his wings. They look pretty tough. They look really good. They're made out of like a pseudo soft plastic. They're not all the way hard. They flex a little bit, but not so much that they feel like they're gonna break or like collapse or anything like that. They're really, really long, which is pretty cool. We'll take measurements here in a second, but always good to see these wings. And he's got a couple different hands here, so I'm a little confused about the hand situation because he appears to have one C grip hand for, grabbing baseball bats and microphones and things like that. He seems to have one splayed out Spider-Man hand. He seems to have one gun holding hand and one closed fist. So no two matching hands on this figure, which is a little bit odd to me. Let's take a look at Sam himself. I think this looks awesome. You got the one head sculpt, which looks fantastic. The minute I saw this character design on the cover of a comic book, I liked it. I think it looks awesome. No other character should be backup Captain America other than Sam Wilson or Bucky. It's just those two guys, and this looks so freaking cool. You got the like kind of backpack straps coming over his shoulders. He looks armored up. It's like the classic kind of Captain America logo there. And then you've got kind of the little designs in the wrist gauntlets and things like that. Looks really, really tough. He's got his utility belt, knee pads. It all just looks so cool. He's got his signature goggles on. The articulation, the head will go all the way forward. It will look up quite a bit, which is really useful for characters that fly, obviously side to side. Not a lot of tilt, almost no tilt. The arms do go up to almost 90, pinned elbows, but double jointed. And then you've got your bicep, shoulder. You got a little bit of an ab crunch. Not a whole heck of a lot, actually. Will it go backwards, though? Not too much backwards either, which is a little bit of a bummer for a flying figure. As always, I would like them to be able to bend backwards, and I would like them to be able to look up, but not too bad. The legs will nearly do the splits. He does have pinned legs as well. but they're double jointed, so he can nearly kick himself in the butt. And you've got a boot cut and ankle rocker. So pretty decent articulation on this bad boy. It does feel a little um, rubbery, I guess would be a good way to put it. Almost like kind of gummy. It doesn't really feel like clicky, like ratchety or smooth. It feels a little bit like rubbery is really the best way to describe it, but looks pretty freaking cool. I did forget one major accessory, the shield, the thing that makes him the character. Good looking shield. We've seen this shield a bunch of times. Clips onto his arm, clips onto his wrist, or it puts the peg in his back, and it's got his kind of take on the design there. Let's have a look at how tall Captain Wilson is. Almost exactly 6 inches, a little over 6 inches, maybe approaching 6 and a quarter. So he's on the shorter side as far as Marvel Legends go. Let's see how he compares to some other Marvel Legends. Here he is with Ultimate Captain America. So a couple of things I noticed right off the bat is that Ultimate Captain America is a touch taller. I also notice a pretty fair amount of reuse in these figures. These like wrist gauntlet areas are the same. I guess it's not a bunch of reuse. The arms might be the same with a little bit of like retooling. But you know, they're both Captain America. They're supposed to be similarities. Much brighter blue on this one, a little bit more grayish blue, like kind of faded blue almost on this one. Exactly the same shield, just painted differently, but very good looking pair. Here he is with a classic Avenger, Hawkeye. Hawkeye clearly taller than Sam Wilson, so he's a little bit on the short side as compared to your normal Marvel Legends, but he's going to spend his time in the air, so that's totally fine. Full disclosure, it was really, really challenging to get these wings on, and I'm actually kind of worried about getting them off because of the kind of softer plastic nature of this figure. So these are probably going to be on there forever, but they do look really cool and they are kind of adjustable. His little backpack guy is adjustable, so they will come up for flying purposes and they will come down for fighting purposes. So that is a really cool feature, but these wings are probably on here for the rest of time. Now it's the portion of the review where we have the mighty professor of science of champions come in and take a look, and then he is going to give us his professional scientific objective review on a scale of 1 to 100, and then I will give you guys my subjective hot to cold take. Mighty Professor, after careful consideration, what is your score for Sam Wilson, Captain America?
Although this figure looks nice, and comes with good accessories, it could have been built better and more up to date, with pinless joints and sturdier material. Therefore its evaluation is in the high end of the middle range, 66 out of 100.
Well, there it is. Above average from the Mighty Professor. How do I feel about this figure? Well, the character itself doesn't, I don't super care about the comic book version of this character. I'm really excited for the movie. I liked the show. It was a pretty good show. But you know, I feel how you feel. This isn't Captain America to me. It's a fun little story beat. I don't have a problem with it necessarily. So right off the bat, I don't super care about this version of Captain America. As far as the figure goes, I just have some issues with it. As it stands still, it looks great. But when you actually touch it and start posing it around, it kind of fights back a little bit. So I have to be real with you guys. I don't love this figure. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. I just don't love it. I don't hate it. I have a few issues with it. You can see that even as I'm moving it around, he's a little loose. It just isn't a very good construction. And for what it costs, it isn't really worth what it costs, I don't think. But you guys can let me know in the comments how you feel about it. That's how I feel. That about wraps it up for Captain America Sam Wilson. Thank you very much for watching. You made it this far. Hit that like button. You have to if you made it this far. Hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss future Marvel Legends, future wrestling figures, future toy hunts. It's all coming down the pipeline. Make sure you don't miss it. Leave me a comment. How do you feel about this figure? What is your version of Captain America? Let me know down below. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.